If Dagger Hilt fails in your project, it almost always fails in the same 3 places. Not because Hilt is complex, but because the setup is unforgiving. So, in this video I'll show 3 Hilt configurations that look correct, compile, and still crash or fail, and I'll explain exactly why. So, the first problem you will encounter is when you try to launch your app, when you configure everything for Hilt, but still error and occur, with this exception. So what does it mean? It means that probably you set Gradle dependencies, but you forget about Hilt plugin. So we need to use exactly this one. We need to configure in our module, but if we now synchronize our project, it will fail because we need to specify this dependency Gradle in our whole project. Then we need to turn it off with apply false, and then we need to specify the version of Hilt we use. In my case is this version. So I set it right now. I try to synchronize. I need to wait a little bit. Okay, now I run my app. I have everything in here, in this plugin, and everything in here we have with our Kotlin setup. Very simple, that will display a text hello world from repository to ViewModel, and then to our app compose in here. Okay, something is wrong. We need to find out what. Okay, so now we can change to the second problem that we encounter very often, is when you define your Hilt Android app application from which Hilt will be deliver context, but you forget about specify this application activity in your manifest. So we need to specify our my app in our manifest, and right now compiler knows that it needs to deliver context to this application because we define it in our manifest where every activity is set. And now you can see our app is work, and this is how we solved the most common 2 problems. The first one with Gradle and the second one with manifest. But there is a third very common problem with Kotlin. Like here, I can copy my previously prepared code. I try to run it, and you can guess what is wrong in here, because on the first side it looks exactly like the previous code. It launched it, and now error occurs. And why? We can check it in logcat. We scroll down, and we can see that runtime exception cannot create an instance of class test view model. And why? What is happening? So we try to use ViewModel in our main activity, Hilt ViewModel, but our main activity is not specified as a Hilt activity. So what we need to do is specify in here AndroidEntryPoint to tell compiler that this activity is meant to work with Hilt. Now I run our program again. and as you can see, everything is working. There is none errors. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it was helpful. So like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.